Hi, it's Rob Levy again. Hey, I've got another video coming this way, and this one I wanted to talk about is whether you should consider selling your house this fall. Now, it's September of 2021 as I'm recording this. I've got lots of videos down below, as you can see. But this is a question I'm getting asked. Hey, Rob, when should I sell my house? Well, there's a lot of good reasons why you should consider selling your house now, and I've printed them out. I've done some research. I've got it all here, and I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to put my glasses on to do that, so bear with me for 1 second. Number one is your house is probably going to sell quickly. Now, we've all sat around with houses that didn't sell in the past. I've been at this as a top producing realtor for 33 years, but your house is going to sell quickly. On average, it's selling in just 17 days with the latest stats that have just come out. So that makes a big difference because you need to get your house sold probably to buy another one. The same survey, now this is through the end of July, we don't have the August stats yet, I'm doing this in early September 21, shows that sellers are seeing an average of 4.5 offers per this chart. So that's through July of 2021 closings. And yes, it's probably slowed down a little bit now, and it probably will pick up again going into the later fall. But the reality is that's what we're seeing, and that's a large number of offers. So that makes it people compete, and when people compete for your house, it's going to drive the price up. When you drive the price up, you're going to get more money for your house. So that's something to consider there. When the supply is low, your house is in the spotlight. So particularly this is the case if you've got a house that might not be the ideal lot, let's say on a busier street or backing to a high school or a 7-Eleven or something like that, or closer to a freeway. In the past, when the market slows down, those are the houses that take longer to sell, and they tend to sell for less money. So if you're in that situation, you might want to think about doing something now because there is such a shortage of houses. Every house is in the spotlight, and you're going to do better. And it also means you can get away with some things. For instance, I've always said as a top producing realtor for 33 years, don't put a nickel in unless you're going to get a dime out. And I changed that in 2008. I said, hey, you got to put a dime in just to get a nickel out, just to get people to look at the house. Well, right now you can get away with a lot of things that you couldn't get away with before, and that's kind of where I'm going with all of this. So let's talk about that. So months of inventory for sale. So if you look at this chart up here, you can see since 2019, it goes back at the months of inventory. Now, right now we're looking at about a 2.6 month supply at the present sales pace of houses for sale. What's normal? Well, normal, according to the National Association of Realtors with this chart up here, is about 5.5 to 6 months. And what basically everybody says in our industry is that's an equal market, where it's a balanced market, where the right about number of buyers, the right about number of sellers to kind of make things nice and calm. Well, 2.6 months is about half of that. So that means it's still a seller's market. It's not a crazy seller's market like it was a lot of last year and most of this spring, but it's still a seller's demand market. And so keep that in mind. If you're thinking of moving up, now may be the time. Why is that important? Because you can leverage yourself much better because of the interest rates. So interest rates, right now they're hovering, as of today, I'm seeing stuff in the high 2s, low 3s. This chart up here talks about the predictions of interest rates, and you can see that they're changing and they're going to be going up. Now they're saying we shouldn't hit anything over 4% by the end of 2022, so we do have time. But, if you're buying a more expensive house, the higher the interest rate, it makes a bigger difference. So that's something to consider. Then the beauty here is this locking in interest rates, which we get to do in the United States of America. We can lock in an interest rate for 30 years. Most other countries can't do that. In Canada, you can't do that. In most of Europe, you can't do that. You have to renew the interest rate every 5 years or so. But if you've got a payment of $1,633 for the principal and interest, it's always going to be that. And why is that important? Because you know that it can't ever get any worse than that. So now's a great time to think about buying up or buying down if you're downsizing. Why the downsizing thing? Because the people that are selling smaller houses are buying bigger houses right now, as some videos I've talked about before about millennials buying homes. So, for a while it was getting more and more difficult to sell bigger houses, and people were saying nobody's going to want to buy the bigger houses. Well, of course, what's going on is the younger millennials are working from home post-COVID, and a lot of that's continuing, and they want bigger houses. So all of a sudden that's become popular. So the bottom line is don't delay. The combination of housing supply challenges, mortgage rates, and extremely motivated buyers gives sellers a unique opportunity this season. If you're thinking about selling your house, now if I'm in Portland, Oregon, but anywhere in the country, reach out to me because I'm connected with top realtors all around the country, and I'd love to share the information. Also, please click on subscribe and share this video with a friend if you've got anybody interested. And hey, thanks for watching these videos.